It was a bright Saturday morning in the busy city of Lexington. Cars honked, buses roared past, and people hurried across the streets with coffee cups and phones in their hands. 12-year-old Maya Owens held tightly to her mom's purse as they walked down Maple Street, one of the oldest parts of town. They were there for a reason. Maya's mom wanted to find an old lamp for their new apartment. But while her mom chatted with a shopkeeper about prices, Maya's eyes wandered. Down the street, she saw a small shop she had never noticed before. Its sign read, "Mr. Eric's Curiosity Shop, where yesterday meets tomorrow." The windows were dusty and full of strange things, clocks that had no hands, dolls with glass eyes, and a single silver mirror that gleamed even through the dirt. The mirror caught Maya's attention. It seemed to shine at her, as if it wanted her to come closer. "Mom, I'll be right there," she called, already walking toward it. Inside, the shop smelled like old wood and rain. Shelves were stacked with weird objects, snow globes that played no music, typewriters that typed on their own, and candles that flickered though there was no wind. Then she saw the mirror. It was tall, about her height, with silver vines carved all around the frame. It looked new, too new for such an old shop. When she looked into it, she saw her reflection, but something was off. In the mirror, her reflection smiled before she did. Maya stepped back, heart racing. From the shadows, an old man appeared. He had white hair, small round glasses, and a crooked smile. "You like it?" he asked softly. "That mirror doesn't just show you who you are, it shows you what's coming." Maya blinked. "You mean, the future?" The man nodded. "Only small things. A spilled drink, a lost shoe, a call from someone you love. Nothing big, unless you keep looking." "How much is it?" Maya asked, without knowing why. "For you," the man said, smiling wider. $10. It was all the pocket money Maya had saved for her birthday. She hesitated, then slowly handed it over. "Remember," the man said as he wrapped it in newspaper, "the future is never still. Sometimes, knowing too much can change what's meant to be." Maya didn't really understand. She just smiled and thanked him. But as she left, she thought she heard him whisper, "Be careful what you wish to see." That evening, Maya set the mirror up in her bedroom, right beside her window where sunlight hit it perfectly. At first, it looked normal. She used it to fix her hair, make funny faces, and even tried on her mom's scarf in front of it. But later that night, something strange happened. She was brushing her hair when, in the mirror, she saw her orange juice cup tip over on her table, but in real life, it was still standing. Then, a few seconds later, it actually fell. The juice spilled just like she saw. Maya froze. The next morning, the mirror showed her phone ringing. But her phone wasn't ringing. Until 2 minutes later, her best friend Lila called to tell her they were late for school. "Okay, that's weird," Maya whispered. By the third day, she was used to it. She even started testing it. She'd wave her hand, and sometimes her reflection waved back a second too late. At first, it was fun. Like a magic trick no one else knew about. But soon, it started showing her things that hadn't happened yet: her teacher dropping her pen, her mom getting a text and frowning, a bird flying into their window. Each thing came true. Maya started keeping a notebook titled, "What the Mirror Said." She was excited, until one evening, the mirror showed something she didn't like. In the reflection, her mom's favorite plant crashed to the floor, the pot breaking into tiny pieces. Panicking, Maya ran to grab it before it happened. But as she did, her elbow hit the shelf, and she knocked it down herself. Maya stared at the mess. The mirror was right, but had it shown her the future, or had it caused it? Weeks passed. The mirror's predictions became stronger. Sometimes, Maya would see whole moments play out: her mom laughing, the rain falling, her teacher tripping on the stairs. Then one night, she saw something that made her blood run cold. It was her room exactly as it was. But she wasn't sitting at her desk. She was standing by the window, and someone was behind her. A man. He wore a dark jacket and a cap. His face was hidden, but his shadow loomed tall behind her reflection. Maya gasped and spun around. No one was there. She turned back to the mirror. The reflection was normal again. Just her scared face staring back. She couldn't sleep that night. Every sound, a door creak, the fridge hum, footsteps outside, made her heart pound faster. By morning, she told herself it was just her imagination. Maybe she'd been staring too long. But then, at breakfast, her mom said something that made her freeze. "Maya, the landlord said someone's been sneaking around our building at night," her mom said. "He told everyone to keep their windows locked." Maya's spoon clattered against her bowl. After school, she went back to Mr. Eric's shop, but it wasn't there. The whole building was gone. In its place was an empty lot with weeds and a broken sign. Her heart pounded. She asked a woman nearby what happened. "There hasn't been any shop here for years, dear," the woman said kindly. "They tore that building down long ago." Maya's hands trembled. The mirror in her bag suddenly felt heavy, almost alive. That night, she covered it with a blanket and shoved it under her bed. But the next morning, when she woke up, it was standing against the wall again, uncovered. From that day, the mirror stopped showing small things. Now it showed only one scene, over and over. Her room, her window, and the shadow of the man behind her. Maya told her mom about it, but her mom just smiled and said, "Honey, maybe it's just a dream." But Maya knew it wasn't. The mirror had never been wrong before. She started keeping her curtains closed, locking her window, even moving her bed. But each time she looked in the mirror, the image stayed the same, the man behind her, getting closer. Finally, she decided to stop looking. She threw a sheet over it and pushed it into her closet. For 2 days, everything was quiet. Then, on the third night, she woke up to a soft sound. A whisper. It seemed to come from inside the closet. She sat up, trembling. Maya. Her name. Someone was calling her name. She reached for her flashlight, heart thudding. Slowly, she opened the closet door. The mirror sheet had fallen off. Her reflection was standing there, but it wasn't moving like she was. It pointed behind her. Maya froze. Slowly, she turned. Nothing. When she looked back, her reflection had changed. Now it showed her, lying on the floor. And behind her stood the man. Her breath caught in her throat. She wanted to scream, but no sound came out. She backed away from the mirror, tears in her eyes. "I don't want to see anymore," she cried. "Please stop." And for the first time, the mirror went dark. Her reflection vanished. Only her terrified face remained. That night, she couldn't sleep. Every creak felt like footsteps. Every shadow looked like a figure. The next day, she begged her mom to move out. Her mom agreed, she'd been meaning to anyway. They started packing. But before leaving, Maya took the mirror outside, smashed it with a hammer, and buried the pieces near the old lot where she bought it. She thought it was over. Until that night, when her phone buzzed with a message from an unknown number. "You shouldn't have broken it, Maya. The future always finds you." The next morning, police cars filled their street. A man had been caught trying to break into apartments, including theirs. He was arrested before anyone got hurt. Maya and her mom were safe. But as she watched the man being taken away, Maya realized something. The mirror hadn't been showing her death, it had been warning her. Maybe if she hadn't smashed it, she would have seen more. Or maybe breaking it was what saved her. Either way, she finally understood what Mr. Eric meant. Sometimes, the future isn't meant to be seen. Sometimes, it's meant to be lived, one moment at a time. Maya never saw the mirror again. But sometimes, when she passed the empty lot on Maple Street, she thought she saw a faint reflection in the puddles, a silver shimmer that seemed to smile. She would whisper softly, "Thank you, but no more."